Hello and welcome to Steve's Backyard Bonsai. It's the same day, so it's still raining. All right, so this is the Mama Seiju Elm, the one from which the cuttings were taken. And the cuttings were like this, so they were flat. So when I rooted them, they were flat, but they are now gaining dimension as Mama has gained dimension. And this has grown well since the pruning I did earlier in the season. And I could do the same thing by, tracing back the pruning stubs. But this tree is always going to have problems, and I'm going to zoom in on the biggest one right away. This tree, even before I got it, had a big branch taken off of here. I don't think I took that branch off. I will go back. I don't think I did. But there is some cleanup on the bark that I can do here that may make that a little less unsightly, but I don't think there's anything I can do to improve this. Now, here's a nice branch which comes out at a nice swooping angle, but if I want to preserve that, I've got to cut it right here, straight across. And I don't want to do that. The logical cut, if you look at the shape of this tree, is to allow it to go back this way and eliminate all of that. And I could make a nice clean cut there. But look what I lose. So I'm going to try to put this bag over it and see if I can simulate that. So I lose that branch down there as well, and this is what I have left. Now I'm going to step back and review what I just recorded and see if this is something I can consider for this tree. The reason I'm hesitant is because if I lose this branch, which I would if I go straight down here, I don't have anything to balance this tree except this big low one. All right, let me review this. We can debate whether or not it's the right time of year to do any of that, but I was not able to convince myself that that's what needs to be done at this point. So I'm not doing it yet, but I'm going to be pruning this tree based on thinking that I might want to lop this big ugly. You really got to see just how ugly that is. Part off the tree at some point. Like I said, it did grow well since I pruned it last, and I'm just going to try and bring all of that back. Pruned it there, and branches grew on both sides of the cut point, and further branches have grown further out, so I'm going to prune this back, and once again, I do not want the tree expending energy that it doesn't have to on branches I know I'm not going to need. Okay, so that's the shape of this pad. This will be a little longer. And I guess growing outwardly. I'll remove these lower leaves. All right, that's pruned up, and that doesn't impact any of this. Seiju elms want to put out branches all over the place, so you're always going to be cleaning this stuff up. And these bumps could probably be whittled down, but I don't think it's the right time of year for that. Certainly won't have time to heal properly before winter. All right, this is a branch that's not going to be there unless I get brave and cut it here and have a big wound flat on top of the tree that might become as ugly as this. See, I don't know if that's the front anymore. I like that sweep at the bottom and then have the tree look kind of straight. But that's got a nice curve to it. All right, I'm going to continue making decisions on this tree and try and see if my future plans for the tree are any good. So I'm going to move on to these branches here. And I think I'll go into time lapse also. So here's the Mama Seiju Elm all pruned up. I made some big decisions. The biggest one is that I did try to change the shape of that a little bit. And depending on how it heals, and depending on what the tree gives me next, is how I'm going to figure out where I go with this tree. That's the straightened up version of it. But I do like the curve. Now, maybe I do cut it off there if I can do it nicely. I mean, that's a nice crown of the tree, or a nice branch leading to the crown. I don't know, this tree is a little bit enigmatic to me. And I guess I'll figure it out. So thanks for keeping me company in my backyard.